Welcome to Paired Adventures. This podcast is intended for listeners 18 and older. It contains discussions about the consensual adult swinger lifestyle and may include mature themes and language. Listener discretion is advised.
All opinions shared are personal and for entertainment and discussion purposes only. This podcast does not provide professional, medical, legal, or relationship advice.
All activities discussed involve consenting adults. We do not support coercion, exploitation, or illegal behavior. By listening, you confirm that you are of legal age and choose to engage with this content. Hey there, sexy listener, and welcome back to Paired Adventures. I'm Veronica.
I'm Philip.
And we want to start off this podcast by saying, Happy New Year! As you can tell, we have some friends in the studio today. Today we have Jordan and Haley, and they are a new swinging couple. So we brought them in today to talk about the lifestyle so far and talk about their first experience at a lifestyle club, which happened to be with Philip and I this New Year's. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Haley.
And I'm Jordan.
How long have you guys been together?
5 years.
It's about 6 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely about 6.
Okay. So let's start out with first impressions and motivation. What first sparked your curiosity about the lifestyle?
I think, honestly, just us becoming friends with y'all and then having conversation about it, to start out.
Okay.
And then we definitely got curious, I think.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, but we've definitely had some other female things in and out of the bedroom before. But then it just turned into this whole other thing.
So it started a little bit before meeting.
Yeah, but nothing like crazy, just some fun, and then we're like, all right.
Exactly.
So just kind of trying to expand those experiences, I guess?
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
Okay. Which one of you brought up the lifestyle first? Like, whose idea was it?
Definitely mine. Yeah.
So, why did you bring it up?
I just like females.
Okay, so you were looking for that female connection?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you? Like, what made you interested in doing something when Haley brought it up?
Well, I think between the two of us, I think we're pretty secure in our relationship. And if she wanted to try something, then I would be open to that.
Okay.
I think we both enjoyed it. Or at least our first experience at the party or the house, whatever you want to call it.
Okay. Well, and we'll get more into that. So we talked about, you kind of brought up the first experience at the party. So let's kind of go back. So obviously, Philip and I know that you guys have been thinking about kind of expanding just the random hookups into more of a lifestyle setting. But you guys were a little hesitant on the whole club experience. So when you guys were first considering going to a party or a club, what were your kind of thoughts on it? Like, what were you thinking that the club was going to be?
Oh, I was thinking the worst. Because you don't know what you're walking into. You have no idea, what people are going to be there, what kind of people they're going to be. You just never know. But walking in, it was definitely better than I expected.
So you were expecting...
Oh, I was expecting people just fucking.
Everywhere?
Everywhere out in the open. I just didn't know.
Same. And so for Philip and I, we had the same kind of thought process. We were thinking when we went to our first club, we thought it was just we were going to walk in and it was going to be a massive orgy.
Yeah.
And just naked people everywhere. So it kind of made us a little hesitant to want to do it because it was kind of scary and intimidating.
Yeah.
So I can understand where you guys were coming from with that. What about you, Jordan? What were your hesitations on going?
I think it's about the same like what she said. I just didn't know what to expect at all.
Okay.
And honestly, it was a lot better than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
It's basically just an adult party.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
adults doing adult things.
Definitely recommend going.
All right. Philip, you want to ask a question?
Yeah, so as you were anticipating going, Like, how was that anticipation level? Was it killing you guys?
Yes.
Oh, I was nervous all day.
Yeah.
I feel like it started like in the middle of the day. I was like, I gotta go to this thing tonight. We've
Yeah.
planned it. We're booked. Like, I didn't know what to think.
Yeah, on the way there, Jordan was getting anxiety. He was like, I don't know. I don't know. He's like, I've been stressing all day.
And it was a good little drive for you to get to the location.
Yeah.
So you guys definitely had some time to talk. How was the conversations on the way there?
That's funny because we were both like, so like, are we just walking into like a big ass orgy right now, or like we just had no idea.
I mean, we was talking about like we really didn't plan to do anything
Yeah, like our first time
when we were there.
Yeah, like the first time we were like, we're just gonna play it cool and we'll see. And if if we have to Uber out of this bitch, we will. So
Right. Yeah.
I mean, we was really more so thinking like, let's just go and hang out and see what it's like,
Mhm.
and then maybe, go a little further the next time we're there if the opportunity arises. Maybe, you know.
So you talked a little bit about boundaries on the way there.
Yeah.
Kind of what your expectation for each other were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we definitely set some boundaries. Like nothing. We're not going into this like absolute wild like fuck it all.
Right.
No, we definitely was like we're gonna take it cool. We somewhat did somewhat cool.
Yeah. So we did kind of stick with you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
So
which we appreciate too.
Yeah, and so just to preface the night, before we left for the night, I actually kept Haley quite busy. We went shopping to look for outfits to wear to the party. Haley and I spent most of the day at the mall preparing, and then all of us met in Raleigh because that's where the party was. And we actually booked a hotel, so we had rooms that were adjoining. So we kind of did a little, I wouldn't really say pre-gaming because we didn't drink anything much. Like we maybe had like a shot or two at the hotel before we headed out for the evening. But we kind of hung out in the hotel, kind of talked about what they should expect, what it's going to be like when you first walk in, what you're going to have to do, and things like that. And then around 8 o'clock, we headed over to the party. And we did stick with them. They did have to watch a video because it was their first time at this particular venue. So they watched their welcome video, they did their paperwork, paid their cover charge. And then once they had finished their video, we reconvened together in like the main dancing area.
Yeah, so what was your first thoughts when you walked in?
Oh, this is just like a normal party.
Yeah, kind of like a house party, right?
Yeah, it was basically that, but as more as the night went on, you just see a little bit more females like getting a little naked. I was like, oh, fuck it. Okay.
I would say when I first walked in, the house definitely looked really small once we walked into it. But obviously it was nighttime. We couldn't see what the house looked like before. But that house just kept going, it seemed like.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, it does.
all the stuff that they had outside to do, which I think would be way better in the summer. Like, I can't wait to go in the summer. It's going to be a lot of fun to go in the summer.
Oh, yeah,
We're definitely
planning on going in the summer for sure.
Yeah, so the night that we went, it was 30 that night.
Yeah, it was cold.
It was very cold outside. All right,
it was an appropriate temperature for a sweatshirt.
After you got into the house and you started walking around, how were your nerves? Did you start to get comfortable? Did it take a little while?
I think after we got through like the welcome video and all of that, and you guys were introducing us to other people, I definitely felt like the nerves going down. Especially walking in, it just looked like a regular party. Like you would never know walking in what kind of party it was. The nerves were definitely down. I was like, all right, I'm all good. Yeah, so it's really not that bad.
I feel like for me, when I was watching the video, I was like, I feel like I was getting stared at a little bit. But then, like, realization, it's like nobody actually cared. Everybody's very welcoming, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody looked at us differently.
Yeah.
I don't think, at least.
I don't think so either. I think there was, and I'm sure you guys would say the same thing. There was people all different types.
Yeah.
All different backgrounds.
Ages,
everything. So would you say, going to your first event, that you felt that there is a type of person there for everyone?
Yes.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
We were pretty relieved to see that there was people that were our age there. And even we thought some people that were our age, and no, they were like one couple we started to go chat with was like the guy was like 50, and what was the girl, like 31,
Yeah.
32? And we thought that they were our age. I mean, we're younger too, obviously, but we just didn't know what to expect at first, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, but you obviously found that couple attractive enough to speak with them
Oh, yeah.
or approach them. So, it kind of goes to say that age doesn't really
No.
matter as long as everyone is consenting and of legal age. I mean, even with you guys being a little younger than us, you might, hit it off with a couple who's slightly older.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
I will say it seems like with couples that are a little bit older, they might not want to do anything with a younger couple, possibly.
And I think that's possible because everyone has their own type and their
Yeah.
boundaries as well. Getting into kind of that age, you guys are on the younger side, but what we noticed, at least that night, is there were people younger than you, and
Oh, yeah.
there were people older. So there's a whole mix of different, I guess.
Yeah. Like walking into the party and you're seeing like all ages there, it was definitely like something new for us. Because, we're out used to like partying with our people and we're like, oh, wait, this is actually not that bad.
That's one aspect of it that I loved, like that it wasn't like if we was to go to like a field party or something, and usually me and her are very mature for our age, I feel like, and usually we have to deal with a lot of people that are younger than us that just don't know how to, I don't know, hold their alcohol or their tongue or whatever. They're just
get a little too sloppy.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, and everybody there wasn't too sloppy. Everybody was just like having a good time.
So, since this was like your first time doing like a venue event, what did you think about the process of getting in, kind of the staff and security and like the people that were there to kind of make sure that you guys were having a great time? Like, do you feel like that was handled well? Did you feel like you could identify who worked there and who didn't?
Yeah, I think like the whole process, one, I think it's good that they do have a welcome video. I think that's a safety thing as well. And then like the staff there was pretty great. They kept saying hey to everybody as they made their rounds, and you can definitely identify them who works there.
Mm-hmm. Great. Okay.
I think the welcome video was very appropriate.
Yes, very.
Mm-hmm. That's one of the things when we first went to our first club, we had to do a welcome video too, and I was like, this is a great idea.
Yeah, well, it's something that you wouldn't think about if you've never been somewhere like that. Like, even just like the rules that they had with certain rooms and the stuff that would be in certain rooms,
Speaking of rooms, so eventually you guys made it to a room. We'll get to that later. But what did you think of like when they were explaining the different rooms and how each one had its own rules? What were your thoughts on that? Did any one of them make you feel like a little less comfortable than another?
Oh, no. Because it's all at your own pace. You can, like, if you wanted to go to that room that the door stayed open, and all you had was the drapes on the bed, then that's what you wanted to go do.
Yeah.
But you also had the options with the other rooms where you could have the door closed, open, cracked, or a chain over the door. I mean, I feel like it's definitely like y'all told us, it's all at your own pace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think that goes into another thing. Did you feel pressured at all by anyone?
No.
You don't have to do anything.
No, because we definitely had people like in the hot tub, and they were like, "Come on, get in." I was like, "Oh no, thanks. Maybe next time." And then that was just
it. Was definitely too cold for that hot tub. They were crazy.
Yeah, but they didn't like drag it on or anything. Right. We just said, "Oh, maybe next time," and they was all right. Have a good night.
Yep. I think that's a good question to ask for people that are listening that have never been, because they might feel kind of like you guys. You have no idea what you're walking into.
Yeah.
And they don't want to feel pressured.
Yeah. No, I definitely think nobody pressured us into anything. Everything happened at our own pace and everything. So
I feel like it could also be who you choose to interact with as well.
Yeah.
I mean, if you see somebody being wild, then if that's not your style, then don't go try to, talk to them. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, and we had a lot of females and couples come up to us, and everybody was really nice. They didn't really pressure anything. It was more so like, "Hey, how are you?" Yeah.
So, did either one of you feel more confident or bolder than you expected to feel?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I did too as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, so walking in, I literally told Jordan, I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna, sit back because I am kind of a quiet person in new settings." Yeah, I did the complete opposite of that. I put a show on for everybody apparently.
I feel like I try to encourage you a little bit as well.
Yes, that he did. Put a show on for a little people.
I don't know. I think you was on that pole for a while, babe.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, so they had a strip pole, and Haley was definitely up there.
Yeah.
She made a little bit of money that night, too.
I did. Who knows? Might quit my full-time job.
And you did participate in some of the games that they
did.
had.
And I did win those.
And she won the game, too.
Yeah.
It was a, pass the dick around.
And that dick was huge.
So it was like a dildo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pass the dildo.
Yeah.
Pass the dildo.
Yeah.
And how did you have to pass it?
Between your legs.
Between
you
your
had
legs.
to catch it. Yeah, between your legs.
So you had to put it between your legs and then pass it to other people around the room?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That sounds fun.
I'm just really good at catching.
Philip and I missed the game. We were preoccupied elsewhere, but we'll get into that later on.
We started to look for y'all for a while, and we didn't see each other until all four of us came out of rooms that were adjacent to each other.
So what was the hottest part of the night personally for you guys?
Oh, definitely when Haley and the other girl were on the pole.
Okay.
At least for me.
Yeah, same for me.
So watching Haley dance on a pole with another female.
Yeah, and they were both dancing on me too.
Okay. So you got a little bit of action out there.
Yeah.
Was it just them on the pole, or did the publicity kind of add to that appeal, that people were watching that happen at the same time?
Yeah, I think that was entertaining as well. But at a certain point, I didn't even care. Because I was just having a good time at that point.
Yeah, I will say I forgot that people were watching us because there was multiple females on the pole on and off. And I normally I don't like being center of attention, but I just kind of zoned out people. I don't even remember seeing people. I knew there were people, but I don't have a vision of them even there.
I feel like we were just having our own moment, to be honest.
Yeah.
Which was kind of nice.
Yeah, agreed.
And so, obviously, we kind of foreshadowed the fact that you guys ended up in a room and had an experience with someone that you met at the club. So, was there a moment that you guys, looked at each other and you were like, yep, we're on the same page, we know exactly what we want to go for, and we're going to go ahead and grab this person and see where things go?
Well, I would say, me and Haley were just sitting there, and I couldn't really hear what her and the other girl were talking about, but I kind of felt like they were, chatting, I guess. And then they just ended up getting up and started to walk over there toward the room, and she told me to come on, so that's where I went.
All right. Now let's get into the sexy details. If you guys are comfortable with it, can you guys walk us through what happened when you got to a room? What was the setup? Did you close the door? Did you leave the door open?
Yeah, so we originally back to I'm gonna correct Jordan there for a second though. We planned on not doing anything, but it was just a heated moment. We had let loose and we were like, this is fine. We're okay, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And we like this. So, we found this girl and, we were talking throughout the whole entire night. And after we got done dancing and everything, she came and found us again and we were talking and she was like, do you want to go grab a room? And I was like, yeah, sure.
She did find us again, didn't she?
She did.
I think we all started wandering around again.
And then we went to the room and like, I asked her, like, do you want to leave it open, closed? And she was like, let's just crack it. I was like, okay, I'm good with that. So we ended up cracking it. And do you want to go through the details?
I mean, I guess so. I didn't intend on doing anything. I was just gonna let her and Haley do their thing. I was just gonna watch. I didn't plan on doing anything. And so they started to make out, and they were in the middle of the bed. And then Haley kind of just started pulling me toward the middle of the bed.
She invited you in.
Yeah, she was giving
so,
me
like,
an invitation to
so,
come
like,
and join us.
we were, like, on our knees over top of him, like, making out, taking each other's clothes off and stuff.
That was after I was invited.
So we were over top of him, kissing, making out, taking each other's clothes off, and then I invited him in. And then I started taking off his belt with his pants, and then she started to ride his face, and then I got on top of him,
Mm-hmm.
and then went from there.
Yep.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
While you guys were off doing that, Philip and I actually met a couple, and we also went to a room. So we lost you guys for a little bit. While we were in our room with our couple, we had a little play session with them. I got to bring out a little bit of my BDSM side with some sub and dom stuff. I got quite a few spankings with a belt, which definitely left their mark. And it was a good time.
Yeah, we had a great time.
So after you guys had your experience and everything, we did reconvene back together, and then we went back to the hotel. So let's talk about the aftermath. And not in a bad way, just the
Right.
after the fact kind of thing, right? The ride back, you rode back with us, so obviously you guys were quiet. We weren't going to have any like huge conversations together, right? Was there like more laughing and talking or like processing the experience, or did you feel any tension?
So I think when we got back to the hotel, we got in the shower to clean ourselves off and stuff. And I think I was just, for me, I was just like trying to process what I just did at this party. Because that's certainly not like me at all. I don't know, I just kind of felt like a new personality came out, which is fine. A little ego booster. But we just took a shower, and after that we ended up, doing our own thing in our own bed.
So like reconnecting.
Yeah, we were reconnecting. I didn't feel any tension or anything. I just think it was important for us to like connect in our own way.
I think, like they say on their podcast all the time, is the after is always the best.
Yeah.
When you get back with your partner,
Mhm.
y'all do your own thing. I feel like there was a little bit of tension though between me and you. You said that you didn't think that I gave you enough attention
Agreed.
while we were doing what we were doing.
So were you guys able to talk about that? Like you were able to have a conversation about that, like a healthy one?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
No, I just think it's a thing for me. Sometimes, like, even though like I like it, sometimes after I'm like, oh, okay, I need to process what I just saw and what I just did. But I wouldn't say like I regretted anything or anything like that.
Right.
It's just,
And I think once I explained it from my perspective, she kind of understood where I was at.
Yeah.
Because, you can't really see or do much when there's a woman sitting on your face.
I mean, that is fair.
That is fair, yeah.
So you bring up a good point, because we've experienced this too, where we felt like one party or the other was maybe left out a little bit more than the other.
Yeah.
And when you're connecting with, like in your case, a single female, that can definitely come up, or you're in a situation with another couple, it's really just playing that dynamic and trying to keep everyone involved. And sometimes we all don't do a great job with that.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I think in another thing that comes into factor, I think she's more into men than females.
Yeah.
So I kind of got that vibe, and I was like, okay, noted.
And I feel like I kind of probably fell into the moment a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think like we always say on all of our podcasts, like communication is like the biggest thing. And as long as you guys, because this was kind of not really your first experience, like maybe bringing in another partner, but doing it in
A different
maybe a
setting.
more of a charged environment,
Mhm.
like as long as you guys can communicate through that and discuss the feelings that you're having, like if she was feeling like she didn't have as much attention, as long as she can give you that information and then you guys can work on that next time,
Mhm.
where if it does happen again, maybe okay, I just have to give Haley a little bit more attention.
Right.
And so it's a learning curve, obviously. Like
Mhm.
you guys don't do this all the time and it's something that is kind of new.
Yeah.
And so you're still figuring things out, but the important thing is to continue to talk about it. So my other question was, what surprised you most about yourself in the situation?
About myself?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely getting on the pole. Yeah. And then doing that with a group of people. Like, it's different. Like, if I was just to do it with you guys, because it's just giggles. But in a whole group is completely different.
So like the confidence that you
Yeah,
felt
yeah.
in able like to be able to get out of your shell and do something that might intimidate you otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
And I kind of think that speaks volumes for maybe the situation you were in because you felt comfortable enough to be able to do it.
Yeah, I feel like the whole entire party, it was definitely a comfortable environment to be around. Because you had nobody judging you or anything.
Okay, so let's do some real talk reflections. So like reflecting on the experience as a whole. So since you guys are kind of new to the whole swinging lifestyle, for our listeners and somebody that might not be in the lifestyle or is thinking about trying it, what is one thing about the swinger lifestyle that you now realize that people completely misunderstand?
The pressure that people think that's going to be put on them,
Okay.
for sure,
Yeah.
because it's really not like that.
And I think other people like what we thought, like you're walking into a whole fuck fest. It's not like that at all.
I feel like for the best way to explain it would be just an adult party
Yeah,
where
it's
sex is okay.
yeah. Yeah, you're just walking into a party, you're gonna see a couple women naked, and that's completely fine. And it's just a party where you can just go and choose to have sex with somebody you want.
Yeah, and you're
Of
going
your
to have
choosing.
like a clean, safe place to do it
Yeah.
if you choose to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did the room kind of meet your expectation, I guess?
I was definitely thinking like some crazy stuff, but it's just like a standard room. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't.
I mean, we didn't walk into any other rooms but one room, um, and it was just like a standard room.
Well,
That was
have to
clean.
go use the bathroom in that other room where the door had to stay
Yeah.
open.
Okay. Yeah. That room. That's definitely what I was expecting.
Okay.
And
so
those
that was-
Yeah.
those people had impressive stamina because they were there for like 3 hours straight.
So, do you feel like the experience of going to the club or even playing with another person in that environment, do you think that that experience makes your relationship feel riskier, or do you feel like your relationship is stronger?
I mean, I feel like we're pretty secure either way. I mean, as long as like y'all always say on your podcast is if you communicate, I don't plan on leaving her and she doesn't plan on leaving me, so I mean, we can get through about anything, I do believe.
Okay.
As long as we talk about it and
Yeah.
not just try to keep stuff in the closet.
Exactly. So, if there was another party tomorrow, would you go?
Yeah,
Agreed. Yes, I would go.
I enjoyed it. I don't know if Haley did as much as I did, but I did enjoy
Oh,
it.
I enjoyed myself.
I think it was nice to be able to come out of the shell a little bit and not
Yeah.
have to worry about people thinking some kind of way about you
Mm-hmm.
because the way you're
I feel like a whole different Haley came out, and I was just like, and then like when I got back to the hotel, I was like, what the fuck just happened?
But not in a bad way.
No, not in a bad way, in a good way.
So, you guys did talk a little bit about like you weren't planning on doing anything. But did you ever set up like rules or boundaries like of what if something did happen, like what you wouldn't do or what wasn't allowed or what was allowed?
Yeah, so we've also set up these rules as well, when we first started doing anything, and when the whole thing started, when we started doing stuff with other people. For me, I don't do anything up the back door.
Okay, so no anal.
No anal, no.
Okay.
That's just not my thing. And that's just pretty much it.
That's your only rule. What about protection?
Oh, protection, 100%. Yes.
So protection and no anal.
Yeah.
Did you have any rules or boundaries that you couldn't cross or that you weren't comfortable with Haley crossing?
I mean, last night I did say before we got there that I did not want to have sex with anybody.
Okay.
At least like full penetration sex or whatever. But for me, I want to be able to wear protection as well, and that's about it for me.
And I feel like
at this moment.
we'll have more stuff come up
Yeah.
later down, and I'm sure stuff will come and go as far
Right.
as rules and stuff for us.
So do you feel like, having had the experience that you had, do you feel like any of your boundaries might change?
Mm-hmm. Like, have they already changed, or will they eventually?
Like, I guess, like, okay, so for Jordan, for example, he didn't want to have full penetration sex. And that might just be particularly because it was the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That
maybe
was for-
moving forward,
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
would
yeah,
be a
that-
change of boundary.
Yeah, that was just because it was our first time.
That's just something I said before we got there.
Yeah.
And on the way there, I was like, "That I'm not doing that tonight." So
Yeah, we were just playing around. having
yeah,
a good time.
that's
Yeah,
really
all
what it
that
was.
Okay.
I just wanted to
Go
play
in with
around.
no expectations.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
It turned out that you guys got to have a little bit of fun.
So what advice would you give couples who want the spice but fear the fallout?
Communicate.
Communicate.
I don't think you really have a fallout as long as you don't do something outside of somebody else's expectations or boundary.
Yeah, I think communication is key. Because if you don't communicate with each other, it's just gonna end badly for both parties.
And
Yeah, so I would just say communicate, and just like I would say, like, check up on each other, make sure everybody is good, and just don't do anything that your partner doesn't want you to do.
yeah, I was just about to say, I feel like if you don't talk enough, then you're going to end up upsetting your partner
Yeah.
because you did something they didn't like, but you didn't know that they didn't like that. So you're not going to have any idea that you did something wrong until after the fact when you're at home and y'all have an argument or something because you didn't say anything about it previously and put that up front.
Yeah, and I'm sure, like, for us, I'm sure Jordan's gonna do a new thing, and I'm gonna feel some type of way about it, and eventually we'll just talk and be like, okay, it is what it is.
It could be vice versa.
Yeah, either way.
So did going to the party awaken any new fantasies or desires? Like make you say, maybe next time we go, I want to try to do XYZ.
Maybe like leave the door open or something.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what it is.
I mean,
A little bit more of that expeditionist.
Yeah, like showing off what you're doing. Like
Yeah.
that could be a thing. It could be playing with more than one person.
Yeah.
yeah, we definitely do want to get and do a full couple swap because we've only really been with other women, and I kind of want to see what it's like for her to be with another man
Okay.
while I'm with another woman, or just with another man if that's what she wants to do.
Okay, that's fair. That sounds like a conversation that needs to be had.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to see how I feel about it, because you really don't know until you do it.
That's what I always say. You don't know until you know.
I feel like it's really easy to exclude something if you haven't tried it, as long as the other person is okay with it before you do it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I think maybe one more question before we sign off. What advice would you give to someone new listening that doesn't know if they want to go out and venture into the swinging lifestyle? What advice would you give them?
I think if, there's a couple or somebody that is thinking about it, I would say definitely give it a try. I mean, worst comes to worst, you don't like it. You don't have to stick with it. Nobody's here to pressure you. But I will say give it a try. Go to the parties. and I think you would actually end up liking it.
Yeah, I feel like you gotta at least give it a try before you just completely count it out. 'Cause I think we had a good time last night.
Yeah.
Even if we wouldn't have did anything with anyone, I think we still would have
Yeah.
been happy with the outcome of the night.
Yeah, I mean, it was still just like a good time.
Yeah, we both
Even
had a
if it
great
was
time.
just socializing.
Yeah, but I think, the people that we met there, they were all great. Everybody came from a different background, all different ages. Everybody was just nice, and I think if you were wanting to do it, do it.
I was thinking about it just like that y'all was talking about, like it's just like a date night. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it really is, if that's what you want it to be. It's just a good time.
Yeah, I agree. And we had a great time hanging out with you guys
Yeah.
and, being able to share with you something that we do. And, obviously we've been friends for a while and we talk about it all the time and things that we do and the adventures that we have. And I was just so glad that we were able to share this experience with you guys.
Yeah, and I think we appreciate it too, because we were definitely scared. Like, if you guys didn't go with us, we would never went.
I think you could also say, like, if you really didn't know anybody, like, it could be a lot more intimidating.
Yeah, I will say, but like, sometimes like you guys wandered off and then Jordan would go to the bathroom or something. I'm standing there by myself. I definitely still had people coming up to me, and making conversations. So like, don't think like nobody's not going to talk to you. Somebody is going to talk to you.
You make the most out of the situation regardless of like who you're with or what's going on. You're there to have a good time, whether that is playing with other people or just socializing. And as long as you don't have the expectation in your head that you're going in there for one thing and that you're just going out to have a great time, you're going to have a great time.
Yeah, agreed.
I think that's all for today. So yeah, maybe next time when we come back, we'll talk about our New Year's Eve and how we brought it in with a big bang. And I also want you guys to stay tuned and keep listening because very soon we are planning to do a female fantasy night. And Veronica, aka me, I'm going to finally experience one of my fantasies, which is 4 guys and just me.
That's going to be a busy night.
All right, guys, so we're going to check out. Thank you so much again, Jordan and Haley, for agreeing to be on our podcast and being open and vulnerable and putting yourselves out there for the world. We do appreciate it, and we hope that this isn't your last party.
Oh, no, definitely not. All right, thanks, guys.
I think we're planning to go to the same one you're talking about going to.
All right, so as always, stay adventurous, stay curious, and always stay paired. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.